across the state. We saw a lot of sunshine. Temperatures struggled to make it out of the 60s, but there were spots that did do that. And as we look out at the Detroit River and we see Detroit in the background, it was obviously a very bright day. We saw a lot of sunshine. It was very comfortable throughout this afternoon. Low 60s right now at 61 degrees, 59 in Lansing, 59 from Traverse City, expanding into Mount Pleasant. So there were spots that did not make it out of the 50s this afternoon. And once again, it is going to get cold tonight. So they have issued another frost advisory for certain counties. So it's not all of us, including Wayne and parts of Monroe County. But even though you're not included in that frost advisory, I would still cover plants because there could be some patchy frost developing even within those counties. But all of this area that's in purple, that's that frost advisory until early tomorrow morning. That doesn't go into effect until midnight tonight. Sky Tracker is quiet. That's going to be the case probably for the next 24 hours. And then tomorrow evening is when we see our next opportunity for some spotty showers, I think, at best. Temperatures tonight will be falling through the 50s, and eventually we should bottom out at 42 degrees. And then tomorrow, we're making headway to the upper 60s, so it is looking a little warmer as we wrap your work week here. But of course, with that warmer condition and those warmer temperatures, we do see an increase in rain chances. Now, this isn't going to be a widespread rain event. If anything, our rain chances look very much scattered through about Friday evening, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening too, very much spotty. So again, nothing's going to be a slam dunk in terms of rain chances heading through Friday, also heading through Saturday as well. But just something to keep in mind, especially if you're going to be outdoors. It's our first fall-like weekend, so I'm sure a lot of folks want to get out to the cider mills, maybe to the pumpkin patch with the kids. Temps will be in the mid-60s. That spotty shower chance possible, but nothing that will really ruin your day. And then we'll be in the upper 60s by Sunday. The extended forecast as a whole honestly doesn't look bad. Temps look comfy. Low temps remain in the 50s, so you don't necessarily have to cover any plants. We don't have any frost advisories aside from the one tonight heading through this upcoming weekend or even next week. And then temperatures, I think by around Tuesday, should warm into the 70s, and then we're back to the lower 60s as we head through the end of next week. Roop.
All right, thanks so much.
That are starting to roll in for parts of the state, and then eventually we'll see it here across southeast Michigan. Temps right now we're in the upper 60s, 68 in the city, 63 in Muskegon, mid-60s in the Chicagoland area right now, 70s from about Fort Wayne and points southward. Now here's our current radar situation. We do have showers north of us, but we also have additional lighter showers now moving into Oakland County, Lapeer County. These are very much light, and it looks like a lot of the activity that was just a little further south and west of this broken line is starting to diminish too. So any shower chance, I think, moving forward is going to be very much spotty. It'll be light and very brief. I think as we head through the rest of the overnight and through about Saturday, spotty at best, and then we dry out just in time for Sunday. So we do have overall, I think, a really nice weekend. Precip chances, again, look the best between 7 o'clock this evening until about 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning, and then we'll significantly diminish that rain threat. 49 degrees tonight for an overnight low, significant improvement compared to this morning. 65 tomorrow for our forecasted high. Now our rain chances after tomorrow look to remain very much low. It's really not until the end of next week where we could see our next opportunity for showers. So for now, your weekend forecast, spotty shower at best tomorrow, 65 Sunday. We're at 68. Might be a good weekend to look at some of the changing colors. That's going to be well north of us. It also keeps falling. Last we checked in yesterday, it was at 65. It's at 64 now. So we were pretty close to the average. We were 1 degree off. And sunset keeps getting earlier and earlier too, 6:57. So we're after 7 o'clock. Winds right now have shifted out of the north and northwest, 5-10 miles per hour, so nothing too strong. And we're down a couple of degrees compared to this time yesterday too. And yesterday felt really fantastic throughout much of the day, aside from some of those later showers. But most of us are between 5 and in some cases 6 to 7 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. Low 60s right now. It's 61 degrees in the city, 58 Muskegon, 67 in Fort Wayne, 62 in Chicago. We don't have much on radar right now. All of our shower chances that we were tracking a bit earlier, well east of us. So we should begin to dry out from now until about, say, the later part of next week. We have a nice prolonged stretch, once again, of dry and quiet weather. Our Fox Futurecast model shows really nothing of note aside from maybe a few clouds early Sunday. Showers west of us into portions of Wisconsin, but a lot of that fizzles out as it makes its way into our general direction. 50 degrees tonight for an overnight low. Should be a cool night. Over the next couple of days, our numbers are only going to continue to warm, so we're in the upper 60s to near 70s earliest tomorrow. Monday, Tuesday, we're well into the lower 70s. So we're above average. We're nowhere near the 80s like what we saw a week or two ago, but we're going to remain above average, I think, moving forward. Luckily, too, we do have above average precip over the next 6 to 10 days. And our precip chances moving forward, nothing really super impressive over the next 5 days or so, but I do think by the end of next week and into next weekend, we could be talking a little bit more rain, much needed rain. And in terms of our temperature outlook as well, above average temperatures look to plague much of, say, the whole eastern half of the U.S., including central parts as well, below average Pacific Northwest, and then out near the West Coast too. And you can clearly see our temps are well above average. Tomorrow, Monday into Tuesday, we start to get